and welcome back to my channel. I am so sorry that I actually haven't taken the time to sit down and record a proper video for you guys, but I am today. I have just been so busy with wedding planning and renovations. If you follow my vlogs, you would have already known what's been going on in my life so far. And yeah, so I thought that I would take the time to actually sit down and put the effort into making a proper video for you guys today. I was especially inspired by this dress that I'm wearing. It really reminded me of the colours in the Carli Bybel palette. So I paired it up with some gold earrings just because her palette's very like purple and gold kind of orientated. So I will be playing around with my Carli Bybel palette today and maybe doing some strobing. So let's just jump straight ahead into the video. So I've already put my L'Oreal Luminosity code Serum on my face and let that sit in. Underneath my eyes I'm going to use this eye cream called Glow by Dr.Brandt. It's the Revitalising Retinol eye cream. I used a little bit yesterday just to try it out. This is just a little sample pack that I got in my Mecca Beauty Loop box thing. I used a little bit yesterday underneath this eye just so I could see the comparison, and it's amazing. Like, it really brightened up underneath my eyes and it just felt so hydrated without being like really oily and yucky. So I'm going to put a tiny tad bit of that underneath this eye. So straight away you guys can see how much of a difference that's made. This eye here is like really purple and really dark looking, whereas this eye here, like when I smile, it's like practically gone. It's amazing. It's just, I don't know what it does. It just brightens up underneath your eyes so much. So I'm going to put another little bit on this side as well just to even it up. So for my foundation today, I'm going to use a Too Faced Born This Way sample that I got ages ago. I did a review on this and I didn't really like it, but I'm going to try it again and see if I change my mind. I saw Crystal Conti upload a Carli Bybel tutorial, so that also kind of like inspired me to do this. And I saw her put her foundation on with her finger. So she blended it in with her finger and then used either a brush or a beauty blender to like blend it all out. I can't really remember what it was. But I thought that that actually might help with this foundation. And there we have it. I actually really don't mind it today. I feel like I'm liking it more today than I did all those other times I tried it on. For my concealer, I'm going to be using my trusty Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. Just the usual. I'm going to do it underneath my eyes. And because I'm going for a really highlighted look today, I'm going to make sure that I really brighten up underneath my eyes with this. And then I'm also going to do this area here, which you guys don't really see me do a lot of because I just never felt the need to. But since I'm going to be like strobing it today, I thought I would. And this area here. Using my makeup sponge again, just blending that all through. So now that I'm all nice and concealed, I'm going to go ahead and use my HD Brow Kit by Face of Australia. I really want to try the Chi Chi Brow Pomade, so I'll probably pick that up sometime soon and give that a go as well. So I'm just going to quickly fast forward through this. You guys have seen me do my brows 1,000 million times. Moving on to the eyeshadow now. Now I feel like everyone's go-to colours are the first row here, but I'm going to try and mix it up a little bit with the other colours there. But first what I'm going to do is take this first colour here and just apply that all over my lid, just so I don't have like a really tacky lid because of the concealer and foundation and all that. This is just going to help with the application of the rest of the eyeshadows and blending and all that fun stuff. And then the first part of the strobing, I'm going to use this shade here mixed with this shade, and I'm just going to apply that underneath my brow bone. So if you don't know what strobing is, because I didn't know for ages, and then I just saw this trend on YouTube start, like everyone was saying how to strobe and all this stuff, and I watched them do their makeup and I'm like, what was different that was strobing? And then I finally realized that it was highlighting So the proper way to strobe is actually to highlight without contouring, so just bringing things forward on your face without pushing things back. And I think it's a really good concept, especially if you want more of a natural look. I think strobing looks so beautiful on like really glowy skin. So I'm going to try and do that today, so I'm not going to apply any contour whatsoever, but I will put some bronzer on. So now that my brow bone is all nice and strobed, I'm going to apply a little bit of the first shade just on the inner corners of my eyes. I'm going to take the third shade here, which is just like this beautiful matte brown color with that kind of like mauvey undertone, and I'm just going to start building this up in my crease. This is going to be a really good transition color, so we're just going to lightly put this on and blend it out as much as we can. I actually apply this color a bit above my crease, so my crease is in there, I apply it up here just because it is my transition color, so I like to blend it out as much as possible. I'm not really used to seeing so much highlight underneath my brow bone. I feel like I look kind of funny. So I'm going to actually blend that eyeshadow into this part here just because I don't like it there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go straight into this plum shade here and start building that up as well into my crease and on my outer V. This is definitely one of my favorite shades out of the whole palette. I love this shade. I don't own anything like it. It's so beautiful. And then using my finger, I'm going to take this gold shade here and just pack that on the center of my eyelid. I'm not going to bring it too high up to my crease. Just want it really focused on that center part there. And then what I'm going to do is add this shade more so on the inner part of my eye, just so it kind of blends. And then I'm going to blend everything out that little bit more and adding more of this purple shade in there. So now using a flat shader brush, I'm going to use that plum shade and really define this part of my eye here and create a V shape. And I'm also going to bring it to my bottom lash line, just so this part here isn't so harsh. So I'm just packing that on here, just so the colour is really, really opaque. And then just pushing that into my lash line here. Using my big fluffy brush again, I'm just going to blend this out really lightly. And then with that flat shader brush again, I'm going to take the second last shade on the first row, which is closest to the plum shade, and apply that underneath my lash line here. So it's this shade here. And I'm just going to apply it halfway. Now using a makeup sponge again, I'm just going to clean up any of that fallout. And I'm going to add a bit more of this highlight shade just on my bottom lash line here. And I'm going to finish the eyes up just with some mascara and false lashes. So I just put on some extremely long eyelashes just to complete the eye look. Now moving on to the face. For my bronzer, I'm going to use the Bahama Mama bronzer in the Balm of Your Hand palette. Of course, you can use the single Bahama Mama bronzer if you own that as well. So I'm just going to extremely lightly put this around my face because Like I said, strobing is about highlighting and bringing things forward rather than contouring, and I feel like bronzer is kind of like a contour, so I don't want to cheat too much, but I'm just going to bronze up my face that little tiny bit. So now moving on to the strobing part, I'm going to use a fan brush, and I'm just going to use that on the second highlight shade here that we've been using, and I'm just going to put that on the tops of my cheekbones to begin with. I like using a fan brush first, especially when I'm doing my cheekbone highlight, just because I feel like it diffuses the product a lot more than using a tapered highlight first. So I like to put this on first, spread the highlight as much as possible to make it look like it's blended through, and then make it more opaque by using a tapered highlight brush. Now I'm going to take the first highlight shade here, I'm going to put that down my nose, just a tiny bit like that, a little bit on my forehead here. And we're talking like the tiniest bit, just to give me that little bit of a glow. And I'm also going to put that on my Cupid's bow here. Now just because I want this to be really golden look, just because our eyes are so golden already, I'm going to apply the third highlight shade here with a tapered highlight brush, and I'm going to put that on my cheekbones. This is just going to give us more of a bronzy glow. And I'm going to bring that up a little bit above here. And now I'm just going to add a tiny little bit of blush. And I'm going to use the in-stain one from the In the Balm of Your Hand palette again, and just apply that to my cheeks. We don't want a really overpowering blush just because our eyes are so dark, and we want this to be more about the whole strobing effect. But this is just to give me a little flush of colour on my cheeks. And then again, because our eyes are so dramatic, I'm going to stick to a nude lip, and I'm going to use the shade Beeper by Colourpop. This shade goes really well with the look because it does have that mauvey undertone as well. And that is the completed look. I really like the way the eyes turned out. I think they're just a perfect colour combination, especially if you want to go for this type of look. I think this is great for nighttime. Hell, I would even wear this for the daytime. It is that beautiful. As far as the whole strobing technique goes, I don't even know if I did it right. I'm just going off of what I've seen other people do. I'm pretty happy with it. I wouldn't probably call it strobing, I'd probably just call it highlighting because it's exactly the same thing, just given a fancier name. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next one.